I don't have an. Did you make an intro for this? I've been answering a ton of questions on email, but you know what? Just start off here with the first question. Hey Logan, you go to many LAN parties? I've been going to our local LAN party since I finished high school. We've been running it for 7 years and 46 events. We are now the oldest LAN in Melbourne. LAN parties. You know, I'm not sure of any LAN parties in Kentucky. I'm sure there are some. There's a big Kentucky, Illinois, whatever LAN party that's pretty big. There needs to be a LAN party in Cincinnati. That's not too far away. And then there's Lexington. We just got an Arcadium, which is like a bar arcade, but there's not really a LAN party place. We should host a LAN party. I mean, I used to go to LAN parties all the time, and we'd play like Half-Life. Half-Life Deathmatch was my favorite thing to play at LAN parties. Played Unreal Tournament 2, whatever. LAN parties were good. Lots of good LAN parties. Been to a lot of not 46 events. That's insane, dude. You guys in Melbourne are going crazy down there. I don't know, Max. How often do you go to LAN parties?
Not since I was in high school.
It's kind of sad, isn't it? We should mitigate this. Fix it. Change things.
I want to go to Quake 1 LAN party. Just fuck all the modern games. I want to play old school FFA or Instagib.
Instagib. Give me Instagib.
Quake 1 Instagib was insanely fast compared to Quake 3 Arena. Quake 3 Arena is slow.
Cincinnati. We should do a Cincinnati LAN party and call it Cincinnati. And I'll get some sponsors like Three Floyds and AMD and Intel both. AMD and Intel.
Well, that'll be a fight.
Yeah, they can hug it out in the middle. They can go out in the middle and be, yo, bro. You know, I know you got some CPUs and you're using our architecture AMD, but you know you're pretty cool, man. And you know, like your mid-grade stuff and your APUs are let's hug it out, bro. That's Intel. And AMD's like, all right, we'll hug it out. Hope we have money left over after this is over, but I will hug it out.
Actually, AMD's 64-bit architecture is in all of Intel's architecture.
And Intel made fun of them for a long time. Yeah. They're like, you guys are integrating the memory controller? Now look who's integrating the memory controller.
And other stuff.
Yeah, a lot of 64-bit memory controller. AMD's got, oh man. AMD, don't go anywhere, please. I swear to God, don't go anywhere.
I'm going to keep reiterating the FM2 platform's kind of nice. Now, could you imagine if they had one of the 7850 in there? The heat.
You'd have to run water cooling only, but it'd be worth it, you know?
I'd actually buy a proc of that if it was $200 for something like 3.4 gigahertz with a 7850 built into it. It's not the fastest card, but
7850's freaking fast, man. I mean, for the money, it's really fast. Moving right along. Next question is from Dylan. Hey, Logan and Tekra, I really love the work that you guys do and wish you all the best for the future. I wish you all the best for the future of your entire life. Let's get sappy and French kiss. My question isn't really tech-based, just more or less advice-seeking. I'm 18 and I've just left high school and I have no idea what to do with my life. Sure, I need money to build a computer that can fly to Mars, but I hate the idea of working for a shitty joint, slowly hating myself as the days passed, while earning just enough not to kill myself, not literally talking, of course. What advice would you give someone who wants to make a living on their own without submitting to the 9-to-5 machine labor? Cheers, Dylan. All right, you spelled labor like you're from Britain, man. I'm making money without working for a giant corporate fuck entity. Learn all you can, dude. Go out there, try some different things. If you have to work for an evil company, think of it this way. That company is not paying you. You're a smart dude. You hang out with us on our forum. You know how the world works. Your time is really precious to you because that's all you got in this world. We're getting esoteric here, all right? Your time is more important than their worthless fucking money. They can, slap you quid all day long, and that doesn't mean anything because it's your time. You are the boss. The company is you, and you are paying them with your time what they are giving you back in exchange because they are working for you. In exchange, they are giving you some money so that you can eat and do whatever you need to do, pay your bills. But at the end of the day, you are on top of this situation. So if you ever decide to quit or you want to try something different, just walk in there with confidence and be like, you are fired. My time will no longer be going to you. I'm not going to be paying you anymore with my time. And then move on to the next place and see what you can learn. There's a lot you can do by getting out of your house. A lot of people, especially in places like New York, or my friends would come up to New York, and they would live in someone's basement or underneath someone's stairs and be like, I'm going to change the world here in New York. And then 6 months later, they would all cry And I'm like, why are you crying? And they're like, I never get a job. And I'm like, that's because you never walked out the fucking door in the first place. You have to actually go out and interface with people if you want to like do something or make something. Now the other option, other than like going out and just being in the world and talking to people and seeing what happens to yourself, find some interesting people, go to interesting places, because interesting people go to interesting places and provide interesting opportunities. If you don't want to do that, you can always live in the middle of the woods, but you're going to need to understand how to build a cabin, how to heat yourself, how to eat, how to hunt. There's a lot of different options you have. Other than that, your only option is to work 9 to 5 and kill yourself. That was a rant.
Yeah, fuck working 9 to 5.
With this, we started with nothing. I was making like $100 a month and living on Wendell's couch. Like, I'm serious. When I came here, I was like living in like Wendell's spare room, and I wasn't making any money. And we were getting like 1,000 hits on every video or less. I got lucky because I don't know. We just kept making videos, so that's what it is. It's just about like, if you really want to do something, just keep doing it and almost starve and live off of like noodles and stuff.
Yeah, the key to life is perseverance. If you give up, then give up on life. If you keep fighting the good fight, you will get somewhere. For 6 months, I was unemployed. Actually, for the last whole year, I've been unemployed.
You know, you can rely on the goodness of others to a certain extent, but you have to make sure that you also are good to others. And you're not going to be able to do anything unless you're good to yourself. If you spend all your time being good to others, you yourself will become empty. So make sure you keep yourself happy and try to keep all... This is like fucking sappy.
Sappy as shit. If you're unemployed and living in your parents' house, just remember it's a shelter. It's a non-permanent thing. It will pass. Just keep fighting.
Do not say no to a sucky job. You can always work there for a little while, and you never know who you're going to meet there. If you get there and you realize it's complete garbage and you want to kill yourself, do not stay there. That makes sense?
Makes all too familiar sense.
Yeah. But it's all about, connections and who you're going to meet and all that sort of thing, and then how that can help you in the future. Because I've met a lot of people at terrible jobs who now have called me now that they've moved on from those terrible jobs and said, hey, I'm no longer at terrible, fuck company. You want to hang out? Yeah, let's hang out. And then they've got, like, opportunities. So you never know what's going to happen. Just live. And don't be afraid, and get out of your house every now and then. It sucks for introverts, but you got to get out of your house sometimes. All right, so we got a little bit deep there. Maybe it was the beer. Maybe it was just the fact that we needed to get deep every now and then. It's not always funny. Our next question is from the Tebow. Me and my friends are switching over to PC gaming. Yes! Yes! As we were excited over ESO. I'm building my PC and would like to ask whether, since I'm getting my part around Jan 2013, I should go Liano or Trinity. As I have theorized with my budget, I could afford an awesome build throughout with the A8 3870 and Crossfire with the 6670, or an awesome build for the future with an old case that has the A10 5600 and Crossfire with the 7750. Which should I get? All right, dude, you're talking about cross-firing one of the APUs with a standalone video card. Now, the money it takes to do that is going to be $400 or $500. So what I'm going to tell you to do is not get an APU, but get an AMD 955 or 965, whichever one you can find depending on the price, and couple that with like a 7850 or a 7870. I know that's only one GPU and it's not in Crossfire, but you're going to not have any headaches, because sometimes Crossfire can have headaches in certain games. And that one GPU is going to be faster than anything else you're going to get. So look at our $550 PC build. Link is here. That I rolled my R's like a proper Scotsman or a Polishman. So bottom line, dude, watch the $500 PC build, and you'll be better off going with a dedicated GPU if you've got a couple hundred extra bucks. And talking about Crossfire, definitely.
Yeah. Just we had a headache with Crossfire in a few games, specifically Metro and Crisis, were causing
those games should work. I might have been driver issues, but they should work.
But it's not just you. If you go looking around the internet, forums say people are saying they're having the same issues.
I always recommend one GPU over two GPUs.
And a 7850 is not a bad card for the money.
And if you can spend twice the money and get one GPU compared to getting two for the same amount, always get the one. Next question is from Mikhail. I wonder what browser you're using and your opinion on different browsers. Love your show and music. Keep going. Mikhail. That's the guy from, it's the lead singer of Opeth right there. Dude, quite enjoyed Blackwater Park. Thank you very much for that. New album, you know what? You've been listening to too much 70s metal, sir.
Psychedelic rock.
Too much Alice, well, he's Alice Cooper and Other thing, Jefferson Airplane. I don't know what you're listening to, dude, but calm it down, all right? Next album better be more like Blackwater Park and Ghost Reveries.
Indeed. I can actually agree with that one.
What was this fucking question?
He's asking about browsers and what you're using.
I use Chrome because it's really, really fast. It's probably not the most secure out there, but it's more secure than most. I use Firefox when I'm developing because I love the plugin Firebug, and there's several other tools that are really good for developers. I do not use Opera that often. In fact, I don't use it much at all on my main machine, just because I don't do anything that really merits Opera. I mean, Opera's good and everything, and it's really secure, and it doesn't like tie into Google services. A lot of people are worried about Google because Google does retain like everything you ever do, and if they ever decided to go evil and turn everything over to the government, you'd be fucked.
Man, they'd know all the porn I'm looking at. Shit.
Does Google really care about it?
No.
Who cares about it? I mean, like...
One thing I do like about browser synchronization is that my phone is an Android phone. And it's whatever I browse on my PC, say I looked at an awesome computer link, I want to... Yeah, I'm like, oh, look, check this out.
Yeah, I mean, you use Chrome and Firefox too, right?
Well, yeah.
Anything else? I mean,
no.
do you use anything else anymore?
No.
Or no text-based browsers in Linux or anything weird like no esoteric
Oh, no, yeah,
weirdness?
I've used a text-based browser in Linux. It's called Lynx.
Yeah, Lynx. Yeah, Lynx.
Lynx. And it's amazing. It looks great. I mean, it turns all the
And
images
it's fast
to
as hell.
Yeah.
So let us know what browsers you guys use in the comments. I'm more curious about the esoteric browsers because everyone's Firefox and Chrome these days. Nobody uses Internet Explorer. I think our users are like 1.2% of the visitors to our website use Internet Explorer, which is great because the world still uses Internet Explorer by and large, which blows my mind. So it's really cool to see that the people that come to our website, even people who are not members, still by and large use Chrome and Firefox. That's very cool. Next question is from Joe. How do I go about making money online? I'm a student and I have exams that if I fail, I will not get into university. So I can't get a part-time job that will require me to work several days a week whilst going to school. It just won't happen. I was thinking a website, but I can't program, left parenthesis. Any suggestions? By the way, I genuinely love your videos. From the bottom of my nutsack?
Well then.
Oh, it's a Christmas tiding. You know, like, from the bottom of my nutsack, and then they like give you a nut. That's what we used to sing that in church all the time. It's like, I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. You know?
No, I celebrate the Day of Yule or the Wild Hunt.
Yeah, I don't celebrate Christmas either. I celebrate solstice, which is nice. The Wild Hunt, because it's freaking awesome.
Oh, we should do that this year. I mean, I've done Yule most years. I mean, Eastern Europe is Catholic because Romans came in there and went,
I'm going to saddle an elk this Christmas and ride it off into the sunset.
And then eat it. Elk is pretty damn good, man. Especially when you kill it yourself.
It is good. It's delicious. What were we talking about over here? Oh, this stuff. Oh, yeah. How do you make money online? You don't. Like, we don't make any money. Like, right now, we're making like half of what we made last month. What's going on? I think you guys have enabled ad block.
We can't even afford the water from the tap.
This fucking thing was $16. I'm such an ass.
Yeah, then we're going to use cheap beer for water for ramen, right? Because it's cheaper than tap water.
Yeah, it is. It is, actually. Okay, how do you make money online? Okay, let me first off point you to a subreddit called R Beer Money. Now, on there's lots of simple tips. You can make $4 or $5 an hour on there just by filling out surveys and doing stupid things. There's all kinds of little online Mickey Mouse remedial tasks that you can do that will earn you tiny chunks of money here and there. Now, if you want to get down to making some real money on the internet, what you need is organization and consistency. The entire web is looking for organization. There are all sorts of niche markets out there. I'm talking like people who like bowling balls that are red with horns and spikes for fetish purposes. Now, if you can figure out a way to organize all the people that like bowling balls with red spikes for fetish purposes into some sort of an elaborate, system that they show up and they're like, oh, look how nice this organization is, then you're good to go. But you cannot program. You need to go to the library, sir. That's the place everything starts. You can go to school, you can do anything you want. If you want to learn, you do not need school. All of the material is there for you, and there are people there that will help you. So just ask for help, and people will come out and help you. It's amazing how nice human beings can be when you simply ask them for help. A lot of people love to help. The other thing that you can do to make money on the internet shove fireworks in your anus.
Well, that's not right information right there.
No, if you want to make money, but you have to do it like frequently. You can shove fireworks in your anus once and get like 1 million hits, and that will make you like several $1,000s on YouTube.
But the next video has got to be a bottle of beer.
Yeah. You know, just jump off of like, 15-foot walls and hurt your ankle. Anything like that. And all the 12-year-olds will go crazy.
You got to make sure to have the slow motion and sound effects and everything.
1 million hits right there. We could get 1 million hit videos if we just had dubstep and quick cuts and like me doing stupid stuff and maybe smacking my dick on the desk and stuff.
Well, the guy that broke his back on YouTube got like 15 million views in like a day.
Did he have advertisements?
Yes.
Or if you have animals, just videotape your animals and get them to do stupid things.
Especially pugs.
Goddamn pugs.
or a retarded-looking cat with a big overbite. I'll subscribe to that.
Yeah, grump cats all day long.
Oh, hell yeah. I could watch Tardar all day.
There's a lot of ways, but one of the most brilliant things that you can do is bring organization to a certain niche audience. I mean, look what Reddit did. It organized the entire world and allowed everyone to create their own niche organization device.
And lets all the introverts be introverts and be happy without being introverted.
Yeah. It's like, hey, we can all be antisocial together.
I disapprove of this comment. Downvote. Everybody, downvote this guy.
And then the next time it's reposted, 1 million upvotes.
Yeah,
and you're like, but I'm the OP from like 3 days ago. No, you're invisible to us now. The new person posted the exact same picture that you posted, and it's got 1 million upvotes, and you're like -8.
And he's got like 50 friends on Reddit, so fuck you. You're not important.
Reddit politics, story at 11. All right, next question is from Ollie. Hello, I've recently been watching a ton of your videos, and I'm impressed. I am impressed with your wardrobe, sir. I can tell by the way you're writing here that you have a nice wardrobe, and I am impressed by it. I'm building my own PC at Christmas time, specifically for gaming. I was looking at a 660 Ti for a 600 to 650 pound budget. Can you help me pick out the parts, please? Was also interested in the Intel i5-3700K with a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo 120mm. Please respond when you're free. I'm really busy, man. I'm not free often. I'm really busy. Listen, you know what? You're in the UK, and I've been doing a lot of videos for our US audience. So here it is really quickly, okay? Intel Core i5-3570K, MSI Z77 MA-G45. It's a micro ATX motherboard. You're going to love it. Trust me, okay? Corsair Vengeance, 8 gigabytes of that, running at 1866. You can get that at scan.co.uk and have fun with that. Get a Crucial M4 64 gigabyte solid state disk drive. If you already have like a regular disk drive, just use that for storage. If you do not, go ahead and look for like a Seagate or a Western Digital or something like that, like a 500 gigabyte drive or even a terabyte drive. Put that in there. But I really like using the Crucial M4 for like the OS and stuff. It makes things boot up much quicker and everything's nicer. Grab an MSI Radeon HD 7870, get the 2 gigabyte flavor. That one is also at scan.co.uk. And then for the case, this is something that's kind of objective, so I picked a Fractal Design Define R3 Black Pearl because I like it. It's really, really nice and roomy. You can do a lot with it, and the parts are so solid. Like, just not a lot of plastic at all, lots of metal. But again, if you want something else, you can pick that. I just found that over at scan.co.uk. Power supply. I want something nice, so I got an XFX 550 watt, 80 plus bronze certified power supply. It's got one 12 volt rail. It's made by Seasonic. You cannot go wrong. So there you go. That's like 643 pounds, sir. So how about it? That was my really, really quick build video for everybody in the UK for around 500 or 650 bucks or 650 quid, I suppose. We say bucks, that's our slang here in the States, and quid is the slang in the UK. What's the slang in Poland? For like dollars.
We say bucks as well.
You say bucks? All right.
Or there'll be hell to pay.
Hell to pay. Nobody knows that I wear a toupee. I'm like William Shatner. I forgot who you are, people on the internet.
Oh yeah, we're filming.
People keep asking me to drink more beer. Well, I'm happy to oblige y'all, but this is a terrible inbox, and it's your fault for asking.
Wait, I thought the last one was the worst one we've ever made. So you're saying this one's even worse?
I've been trying to make it worse. Oh god, it got on my face.
Logan doesn't like anything on his face.
If I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
You'd have 2 nickels.
And you know what they call that where I'm from?
A dime?
Fucking dime. This stuff is stupid. This is like the most expensive thing I've ever purchased, but I guess we're paying for the alcohol content because it's like 14.5%.
Well, you have your bro math, but
Yeah, my bro math. Let me break my bro math down for you guys out there on the World Wide Webs. Now, a lot of bros will go out there and buy like a 12-pack of Coors Light, which has like 2-point-something% alcohol content, right? Content? Where am I from? I don't even know. Coors Light, you get a 12-pack. It's got in 12-pack for like what? $10, okay? That's got like 2% alcohol content. You can go get really good beer that has like 10% alcohol content. 6-pack, so that is $10. So the flavor of the more expensive beer is 17 times greater than the flavor of Coors Light. So factor that together with the fact that you'll be taking about 4 times less trips to the bathroom. Do the math, would you? Which one is the more economical choice? More alcohol? More flavor? Less trips to the bathroom?
water's expensive these days for some reason.
Yeah, water's really expensive. Fish dinner. There you go. Fish dinner. If you do not subscribe, there will be no fish dinner. But if you do subscribe, there will be a fish dinner. Fish. Oh, we've had way too much to drink, dude. Let's play Chivalry and have some more to drink. Want to? I'll take that shrug as a maybe. See you guys next time. I love you. I'm cutting that. I'm gonna cut that.
Yeah, bullshit.
I'm really gonna cut that. You kidding me? You kidding me? I'm cutting that so hard. I'm cutting that like a freaking bris.
If this ends up on the end of this video, I'm gonna laugh.
I don't know if this could. I've got to finish this because, God, this stuff is strong, man.
Oh, my shit was strong too.
This is the hoppiest barley wine I've ever had. My God.
I can't even stand straight anymore.